Good to see all of you out. Let's warm up. Hands at your waist, turn your neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stretch your neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your shoulders, lift them up, curl them over. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Expand your chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Waist exercise. Interlock your fingers. Look at the heel of your opposite foot. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Airplane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Touch toe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shift your weight. Be careful. Kick your foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Kick your butt. 1. Shift your weight. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Heisman, opening up our stance. Parallel feet. Cross and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Short one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in that Heisman now, it's not just form, but good form and good stretching, okay? Here we go. Golden cockle. Up, center, cock, tuck. Down, center, up, cock. Shift your weight. Down. Center, cock, tuck, hold. Shift weight. Center, up, cock, tuck, hold. Down. Shift, concentrate, up, cock, hold. Down. One more set. Center, up, tuck, hold. Down. Center, counter, tuck, hold. Down. Right hand on the outside. Right foot coming up. Kicking out in line. Opening upper span. Center, up, out. Use your whole body to help you with your kick out. Timing is important. Focusing, very important. Shift weight. Using your cross of your hand to help you with your balance. It compacts you and it lets that energy go. One more set. Bringing it all in. Concentrating and focusing and then letting it all out. Taking your deep breath in as you compact and exhale as you move outwards. Last one. And out. Holding our ball on a T-stand. So refreshing our memory, our body moves as a whole unit. If our body moves in a whole unit, this is not whole unit. This is whole unit. It acts as a whole unit. The hips and the waist help me with my form, and I'm not solely moving only on my hands, but my whole hips and waist and turning off my torso, okay? Here we go, T-stands, holding our ball. L stands, part the wild horse's mane, bow stands. Sit back all the way, then twist. Then shift and hold that weight on a T. Slowly is harder. Heel, part the wild horse's mane, keeping that silk silver thread upright. Sit back all the way, all the way, all the way. Then twist, then shift, then hold. L, open the knees, rotate, bow stance, upright position. Sit back, twist, shift weight, hold at the same time. Heel out, hand out at the same time. Eye level, wrist action. Sit back, twist, shift weight, hold ball for safety. L stance, move that hand, move that foot. Eye level, wrist action. Sit back, twist step, T stance. L stance, bow stance. Sit back, twist step, hold your ball in a T stance. L stance, ward off. Flip and meet and pull down as you pull down. Weight is on the back. Turn, then square, then contact as you squared your body, your hips and your waist. Roll back. Roll up and forward, keeping your Tai Chi position. Sit back, twist, hold your ball, T, safety. L, move that hand to ward off. Then flip and grasp the bird's tail. Weight on the back, looking back, turning, squaring, then contact, squaring that hips and waist and pushing. Rolling back, rolling up and forward without getting out of your cable. Sit back, one more set, twist step, hold ball. Out, move the hand, ward off. Flow, make that body work for you. Then contact, push. Separate out into infinity is your glance. Roll forward. Sit back, move that hand, twist. T, last one. Out, ward off, and grasp the bird stable. Then turn and square the hips first, then contact push. That gives you more power, gives you better balance. So what is class, this session all about? It's all about using your body in a unit to help you more with safety, okay? So right now, on an extreme, we may be just holding our ball, coming out and using our hand to make that motion. It's a little awkward for me. But in a beginner student, brand new, or an intro student, that is how we started. We went out and gave that snap. But in our novice class, which you're in, we're learning to make our body move to make our movement, which is not just slower, but we are certainly moving our hips and waist to make our hand motion apparent. The hand is only the end product of what everything else is generating for us. Okay? So always remember that. And it's easy to say, yeah, I can do it for parting of the wild horse's mane, or I can do it for the warding off, but in every instance, we are using our whole body. So we talked about commencing form. And in commencing form, already we're balancing. Already our energy, it's not just our foot coming up and then this. It's not just too fast. But if we're concentrating, we're doing it in increments. And as this toe comes down, our weight then shifts. As our weight then shifts, what does our hand do? Our hands start to rotate. So maybe in the beginning, when I taught it in a piecemeal fashion, we only said this. Then we said only this. But now we are connecting the dots, making our body act as one, making good use of what is natural. So just as a sample or an example, when it starts to go down, it warrants me to then start to rotate. Small things like that, okay? All right, so let's start in with our 24 that we're going to pursue for the next 8 weeks, okay? Good Tai Chi posture, tucking our butt. I think a lot of times we forget that we tuck our butt. But in tucking our butt, we shouldn't protrude this way. We should just tuck in to allow still that silk silver thread and not too much flexing of the knees, but relaxed knees. But if we tuck too much, we tend to flex that knee, which is not good. Okay, then the posture is thrown off because we haven't started yet. So you need to tuck, okay? You need to tuck so that the hip, the pelvic bones are flaring slightly upward, okay? All right, here we go. Commencing form. Slowly drain the weight. Heel comes up on your arch, on your sole, on your toe. Open, down, start to rotate. 50-50, up. So 50-50 was when it was already in the middle of our thighs. Shoulder level, don't stop, but drop the shoulders to make yourself small. Now, when we go into a T stance, our hand follows the ball. So unity, unifying. When we come into a T, we're holding our balance on our right foot, and for safety, we're getting into a ball position, probably simultaneously. When we come out and to the side, which is what I'm teaching my intro classes, I should be able to see you come out and to the side. But out and to the side is too mechanical. You're going to have to start to come with your hand, the bottom hand advances. If the bottom hand advances, you need to move it at the same time you place down your heel and part the wild horse's mane. When we part the wild horse's mane, the left hand should center our body. we should have done a wrist action, and we should be looking at the tip of our fingers. And our knees are not beyond our toes. Our right hand is cocked in a position something like this, not down here, but cocked, and that is sitting up rather than down, but also there's a bend in the elbow, okay, as if it were holding the top of a ball. So that's parting of the wild horse's mane. When you sit back, I need you to sit back much further till after this, when you do this as a routine, that leg muscle is taxed and hurts. Then pivot out. Hold your ball for safety. This time I'm going to let you put your toe on your right toe down, because I'm talking and it takes a little bit more. Now look at the size of your ball. Is your left hand about chest? Is your right hand 2 inches below your navel? Is your weight on your left foot? Now when you come out, you know that it is on a line or parallel to the line. Out with your heel, move that hand at the same time, left hand to the side in a cock position, wrist action, out, eye level. Sit back all the way, really back, pivot on the heel. At the same time you flatten out, you should be holding your ball. Check the size of your ball. Heel out and to the side. Move that bottom hand together. Part the wild horse's mane. 3. Half step. As you half step, start to form your ball for better balance. When you're on your toe, the ball should have completed. Now you're going to spin the ball. Just do this. Spin the ball to the left. Spin the ball to the left. The right hand now becomes in a better position. As you start to spin, you're going to have to sit back on your back foot, and at that time, the right hand, the fingers are down. And it slowly comes up as your left foot comes up, and then it sets. And this setting is important. The setting is important. The baby finger needs to cut across imaginarily through the edge of your left shoulder. That is your parameter there. So if you can make your salute or your set, draw it and says, yes, I'm doing exactly what she's describing. And it should be slightly above your forehead. Slightly above your forehead. Okay, so there are several factors and several elements I want to revisit at this time. So we said that this is our ball, this is our out and to the side, and some of you are still compacting that too much. So I need to see it clearly out and to the side. But when I say that, it doesn't have to be where you're splitting yourself. Something comfortable, but out and definitely to the side, not here. And say, oh, I still have clearance. Do it a little bit bigger, okay? That will give you more flow, more comfort, okay? So here we are holding our ball out and to the side, so you're watching my hand and my foot moving at the same time, okay? And we are reminded that when we move, our hips and our waist are then addressed to the outward foot. And I am not favoring this position. And we had a drill, and you can always use it. To correct your posture, you take it to the extreme and say, this is definitely not good alignment. But you bring yourself up, checking your heel, your toe and your knee. That's way beyond, bringing it back up, straightening out that one, and making sure that you're in an upright position rather than slightly dipping forward. Okay, so that's something that you're going to have to work on. Okay, and then watch your videos, because when you see yourself, you can detect whether you are leaning forward. Okay, so then we're going to go on to our review, because I wanted to go over some elements. So we said heel and hand start to move. The body moves, the hand then ends up in a wrist action there, sitting back all the way to alleviate weight that needs to be pivoted on the forward foot. I asked you to hold your stance because I wanted to make sure that you got every element in. Holding the ball at the same time, moving the hand at the same time you put your foot down, your heel down. Now, half step warrants me to shift my weight, so therefore the ball comes into play at the same time for better balance. Rotating, as I start to rotate, my foot or my weight changes to my back foot. As this hand is coming, fingers are down, I start to hold my balance, bring it up, at the same time bring up my left foot, and then I set it this way. And I hold it rather than this, okay? Let me just do it really fast. I didn't set it, and that's natural. I see it very common. So once you get white crane spreads its wing, you set, and when you set, the parameters are already there. Left hand, left shoulder in line with the baby finger. This is set. This is the best position. So even if my hands are not together and I am on my toe, this is saying this is the best safety measure I can have on me. So someone can come by me and I still will be able to hold my balance, rather than partly having my weight on the front foot, partly having it here, and then I don't know what I'm focusing on, then I'm apt to fall. So everything that we do warrants safety, and if you know what I'm talking about, you incorporate it, perhaps it'll have a carryover in everyday activities. So I think for some of you now that have been with me for a while, it's important that you really sit back and you set, but sitting back and where you put your eye level of your hand and your wrist action, all those finer points that we seem to have mentioned in the beginning but kind of glossed it over just for expediency.
Small point on how to time your crane. You're coming this way. Oh, I'm sorry. Here. Okay, half step, hold your ball, and this coming up is the beginning of a chop. So your hand will come up from this position here. Oh, I'm sorry. From here, half step, hold the ball. Ball will be rotated. The hand is coming up this way. And as you set down, you set this hits there. It's coming from, in full speed, the guy would be coming up, pow. But you're coming up, yep. Because the next movement comes from this position straight down.
So we know that all of Tai Chi movements are based on martial arts. And then when Ken is explaining and he's showing you the actual derivation of how the movement was now then incorporated into a dance, this final thing can be a little softer, so you don't have to really, emphasize that. But he was trying to make a point, and a lot of times I have such good students that they follow us to the T. But when you're in motion and you're dancing to a music, it's done in a softer way. Okay? All right. Okay, so let's practice what we did and then move on to the next couple movements, and then we'll attack those. Okay? Here we go. Good Tai Chi posture. Yang 24, commencing form. Slowly drain the weight. Heel comes up. On our arch. On our sole. On our toe. Heavily weighted on our right. Up. Toe. Sole. Arch. Heel. Rotate. Up. Deep breath in. Reverse. Exhale. Flex knee. Round out. Left hand starts to hold. Right hand on the top T. Ends together. Size of the ball, check it. Weight on the back. Out and to the side, move the hand. Part the wild horse's mane. Wrist action, eye level. Sit back, all the way back. Then twist out. Hold your ball for better balance. Heel, move the hand. Open the knees, rotate your hips and waist, eye level, wrist action. Sit back, twist, hold your ball for better balance, heel, rotate hips and waist, bow stance. Half step, hold your ball. Spin it to the left, sit back on the back foot. Fingers go down, counterbalance, left foot comes up, set it on its toes, salute. Weight on the back. Drop your front foot slowly, bisect to your navel, below your navel. Swirl the left hand back. So this time your right hand is higher, your left hand as if it were parallel to your waist, like we do 10 form. Multitasking. Ear, hand, face, heel, ear, hand, heel, ear, heel, hand, face. Catch that ball in the center. Hold that ball to the side. One more time. T-stance. Ear, heel, hand, turn the face, catch that ball in the center. Tai Chi posture. Are you upright? Is your back knee straight out? Sit back all the way. Twist as you twist, right hand parallel to the waist. I'm going to allow you to put your toe down, looking at your left hand that's higher. Multitask. Ear, heel, hand, face, brush your knee, stretch out the back knee, catch that ball in the center. Upright position, we do it 3 times. Sit back all the way till it's taxing your back leg. Then pivot as you pivot. Left hand now then becomes parallel. Right hand comes up higher. I'll let you put a toe down. Multitask. Make sure you don't forget your hips and waist. Heel, hand, ear, turn the face, address the hips and waist, put it to the side, catch that ball in the center. Half step, move the hand, sit back, rock the front foot on its toe, set it on its heel as if to play the lute. Parameters of the lute. Hands are not quite parallel. The top hand dips slightly inward to the center of your body. The right lower hand, the palm is almost in line with the crux of your left elbow, and your weight is on the back. If I just kept talking and you're doing it correctly, you will surely feel that your back leg is sore, and that's how it should be. To get out of this position, you're going to flatten and center higher than open. So what did we say? We said, you can come back. So this class is all about timing. It's all about refining, and it's also about using your whole body to make those refinements a little bit better, so you are then able to flow and do something a little bit more smoothly. So when we talk about our lute, we know that no 2 feet can be in the same line because it does not give me good balance. It has to sit one on the line and the other one on the other line, 45 degrees, in conjunction with the 180 degree or the 90 degree forward foot. Okay? Now, when we play our lute, we said that the back foot is bearing all our weight as we use our heel to round off that motion. The right hand and left hand, right hand and left hand are not parallel, but the top hand, which is the left hand, sits slightly inward, sits slightly inward, sits slightly inward. Okay, so this is parallel, which is not, but the top hand, which is the left hand, sits slightly inward. The bottom hand, which is the right hand, the palm should be across your crux of your other elbow. And this is how it's played, and the weight is on the back. And if you do it correctly and the weight is totally on the back, you will feel that it's being taxed and you need to get out of it. But that is the kind of formation that I want to see slowly worked into. And the better you can understand what I'm saying and you can start to move in that direction, it will become easier, okay? Then the formation becomes very good. And we are now setting ourselves up for the backwards motion, because the backward motion requires us to keep our weight in the back when we do repulsing of the monkey. So it's prepping us. It's making us set up for something more safe in the next movement. Okay, so I'm going to go at this pace because I know lots of you are really eager and lots of you say you know it, but I remember telling you, and I remember, hopefully you remember, that you're going to push those old thoughts and ways and habits to the side and try to pick up something new. And the best way to do it is take this class as a brand new, eye-opening class where you're going to bring in new knowledge, okay? And although my pacing of teaching you the movements may seem slow to some, just right for others, faster for others, I think that if I can offer the information and you can follow it, I will always come back to revisit, okay? I will always come back. But in going with a faster pace, I assume that you are following me and are intaking at least mentally and are trying to apply it rather than just glossing over, because otherwise it's waste time for both you and me.
In reference to playing of the lute, just remember the lute is not played like a guitar. It's played upright. Your hands are on the fretboard here, and the other part is playing like so. That's why you're in this position. So what are you doing when you play the lute? You are grasping something, or you're about to grasp something. And this is tickling something, okay? But the hands are there. From a martial arts standpoint, you're coming up. You're going to try to grasp the hand or the appendage of the opponent here. You're going to try to grasp him here. So you're going to come up and do one of these things, two hands. And it goes right into what you're going to do the next time. You're going to open this hand, but this hand is coming in. You're going to repulse the monkey from here. You're going to push him, and you're going to pull him. You're already set up. Okay?
Okay, here we go. Commencing form. Slowly drain the weight. Heel comes up on our sole, on our toe. Stabilize, open, toe. Shift the hands, rotate, up. Deep breath, down, flex, make yourself small. Same time you make a T, same time you make a ball. Part the wild horses out and hands move at the bottom. Eye level, wrist action. Sit back, out, hold your ball, same time. Heel and hands, same time. Part 2. Sit back. Twist, hold ball, heel hand, part 3. Actually, I wanted to do the other side. Okay, that's okay. Hold the ball, sit and rotate, hand comes up, foot comes up, down on the toe, set. Flatten the front foot as you bisect. Look back, right hand higher, up with the forward foot to your ear. Brush your knee, 1. All the way to the side for the left hand. Out. Right hand parallel. Left hand higher to your ear. Brush knee, 2. Sit back. Twist. Left hand parallel, right hand higher. Ear, heel, hand, face. All together brush. Half step. Rock the left on its toe, on its heel. Play your lute. Flatten front foot, center left hand, right hand higher, open, lift, ear, toe, heel. Pivot on the ball of your foot to meet in the middle. Slide forward, slide back. Center, open. Weight on the back to lift. Ear, toe, heel. Meet in the middle, forward and back. We do this 4 times. Center, open, higher. Lift, ear, toe, heel. Pivot on the ball of your foot as you meet, both hands in the middle. Slide forward, slide back. One more. Center, higher backhand. Lift, ear, toe, heel. Pivot to the middle, slide forward, slide back. Pivot your back foot, right foot, hold your ball on a T stance. Weight down. Okay, so weighting down, shifting weight, synchronizing, making sure our parameters are good. Those are all the things that we're taking a look at. Not just forgetting other things, but making sure that all the elements are being reckoned with, are being checked, okay? Now, we can go back and we can go back and we can refine and refine. So I'm going to run it through in my pace, and then we can always come back and look at other things. Okay, so what I wanted to, what came to my mind is this. Whenever you come out and down this way, the next step, sometimes we say, oh, I went too far out and I should have taken it halfway that point. But no matter what angle in which you sit back, whatever angle you take, you need to make sure that that hip and waist are addressed all the time, okay? All the time. Don't try to compensate and say, ooh, I went out really too much. That too much is good as long as you can make your hips and waist address to it. But once you try to say, I know I made a mistake, and then make that rotation of your hip and waist fall short to try to compensate, that's not good. Not good for your system. So make sure you do it, because it's easy to happen when you're in motion and when there's music. You just let your body flow, but make sure your body flows correctly. All right. Now, I can say that you are learning. I can say that you are trying, but I want you to kind of look at yourselves, especially with repulsing of the monkey. Repulsing of the monkey is difficult, but if you can understand each of the elements, they enhance your movement, at the same time provide safety. Okay, so I'm going to break it apart, because I think that maybe in all of my class, I can see maybe 5, if I'm lucky, who do it correctly, and 5 is a generous amount, okay? And it's not one particular area that needs brushing up, but many within the movement. All right, so this is my lute, and I'm setting myself up. My weight is on the back. I center my front hand, and my back hand goes up higher, and I open. Because my weight is on the back, I can then lift. But can you see that this higher hand helps me as I lift? It gives me leverage. It not only gives me leverage, but then it helps me this way. So as soon as I lift it higher and place this toe down, this hand brought me to safety by compacting me rather than everything out like this. I said a lot, okay? So this is what I said. When you come up this way, this foot comes out away from this back foot, but the only way it can come out is that it has to come out this way. It has to come out this way because it has to angle down, and you still want that clearance. So if I were to do it out and then here, my 2 feet would clash. That's not safe. So if you're on a line and you come out, it has to come out of that line for it to come here, because it takes a dip inward and then I'll have the clearance. So you can use the tiles of your floor to help you. But not only that, the safer way and the correct way to do it to get pressure off your knees is to extend the knee and then place it down. So the common thing is it's too difficult. So you say, I'm lifting it up. I'm not going to extend the knee. I'm going to place it down, and then I'm too cramped. So what you should be working towards is up, extend. Okay, this is extend. This is not extend. I'm extending my knee, then putting my toe down, then pivoting on my toe to come down. Yeah? Do you understand? Can you make your body then do it? Okay? But work towards that. So the point is well taken. If you're well grounded, you should be in better balance. Therefore, the weightless foot can do what you want it to do. But if you start to say, this is too difficult and I'm going to make sure I don't fall, and you give the weighted foot less weight to put on the weightless foot, then it becomes more of a detriment, more of a liability. But if you can understand that once you drill yourself down to that ground, you are then stable to move. Plus, you have your hands helping you. So the hands, the feet, the mental, the mind, and the focus all are wrapped up together. Okay? And I can't make your bodies do what I want it to do, but if you understand the intake of information, perhaps then that would be a springboard in which you can get your body to do what it should be doing. Okay? And like I said before, sometimes the undoing of a habit is harder than if you were to start all over again. So, you know, give yourself a chance. Be patient. Good Tai Chi posture, 50-50. Commencing form. Slowly drain the weight, heel comes up, arch, heel, toe, balance first, up, open, toe, sole, arch, hands move, up, take a deep breath, reverse, flex knees, everything comes down. Make yourself small. Start to form your ball as you start to do your T. Holding your ball, heel, bottom hand advances, part the wall towards this main one. Sit back, twist, hold your ball for better balance, heel, move that hand, wrist action, eye level. Sit back, twist, hold ball, heel, hand, wrist action, eye level. Half step as you hold your ball. Spin it to the left as you sit back on your back foot. Lift up the right hand, lift up the left foot. Counterbalance, toe down, set. White crane. Drop your front foot as you bisect 2 inches below your navel. Look back at the higher hand while the other hand is parallel. Multitask. Heel, ear, hand, face. Catch that ball in the center, counterbalance, put it to the side as you brush your knee. Sit back, twist, shift weight parallel to your waist, right hand, left hand higher. Ear, hand, heel, face, stretch out the back knee, cable in place. One more, sit back all the way, then twist. Right hand higher, shift weight, ear, heel, hand, face, brush your knee, 3. Half step forward, move that hand, move the front foot on its toe, come back on your heel. Playing your lute. Weight on the back. Drop your front foot, center the front hand, bring the right hand up higher, open, look at it, up, ear and toe, heel, meet in the middle, slide forward, slide back, repulse 1. Center, open higher, lift ear, extend the knee, toe, heel, meet in the middle, slide forward, slide back. Center, higher, look at it, ear, toe, extend the knee, meet in the middle, slide forward, slide back. Center, open, weight on the back, lift, extend, toe and ear, heel and hand, pivot, slide. Pivot your right foot, hold your ball on a T stance. Okay. Just erase. When we're in motion and Tai Chi music is playing and we're in a group, everybody will fall back to their own. But in class, we try to discipline ourselves and do it more uniformly. And in the end, hopefully, we can move into that goal of making it everybody doing the same thing in the correct way. But there is always room for error, and I understand that. All right. Good Tai Chi posture, Yang 24, commencing form. Slowly drain the weight off of your left. Heel comes up on your sole, on your toe, up, off the ground, open, toe, sole, heel. Hands rotate, up, take a deep breath in, shoulder level, reverse the process, make yourself small, tuck your shoulder, tuck your elbows and wrists. Holding your ball in a T stance, out and to the side, move the hand, move the heel, part the wild horse's mane 1. Sit back, twist step, out, hold your ball, heel and hands, part the wild horse's mane 2. Sit back, twist step, out, hold your ball, heel and hands, part the wild horse's mane 3. Half step forward, hold your ball, spin your ball to the left as you lift up your hand, lift up your foot, set it down, white crane spreads its wings. Bisect your body, flatten, look back at your back hand that's higher, bring it to your ear, turn your face, heel out, brush your knee 1. Sit back all the way, out step, right hand parallel, left hand higher, ear, heel, hand, face, brush your knee 2. Sit back, out, look at your back hand, bring it to your ear, turn your face, brush your knee 3. Half step forward, hold your ball, spin it to the play your lute on your heel. Drop your front foot, center your front hand, open, lift, extend the knee, out, heel, pivot to the middle, repulse 1. Center, open, higher, lift, ear, heel, hand, pivot to the middle, repulse 2. Center, open, lift, ear, extend, meet in the middle, repulse 3. Last one, center, open, lift, ear, heel, hand, pivot, repulse 4. Pivot your right foot, hold your ball on a T stance. Okay, pretty good. Okay, so keep up the good work. See you next week. 2,